Hey there, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into the crystal waters and lush landscapes of French Polynesia. We're sharing our unforgettable journey through Tahiti, Bora Bora, and Moorea. From luxurious overwater bungalows to mouth-watering local cuisine and thrilling island adventures, we're going to take you on a virtual tour of our favorite spots in this paradise on Earth. So sit back, relax, and join us as we reminisce about our incredible experiences, uncovering the hidden gems, and sharing tips to make your own journey to French Polynesia an unforgettable adventure. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest travel adventures. Now let's dive in.
So over peeps, I'm really looking forward to the food on the plane.
We're gonna start with food since he's already mentioned it. What is the best place that we ate on this trip?
The best place was a food truck.
Found it! Right on the water. That place was really good. Tell them what we got.
Well, there was actually two food trucks. There was one food truck on the island of Tahiti, and there's another food truck on the island of Moorea.
So this is the food truck that we ate at yesterday, and it was amazing. We loved it.
The first food truck was waffles, acai bowls, and poke bowls. This looks amazing, guys.
Wow, that looks so good.
We actually kayaked from our hotel. We kayaked along the coast. Threw our kayak on a beach.
We just left our kayak here at the park. Hopefully it doesn't get taken.
Walk down this little park and then it brings you to this little area of food trucks. We got an acai bowl. It comes in like a little wooden pineapple. Has all sorts of fruit, granola. Amazing. Very good. Probably one of the best acai bowls I've ever had. Giant waffles with like some flavored sauce on it with really cheesy eggs and some vegetables inside. It was a savory one.
It was very good.
It was amazing. Waffles were very dense, flavorful. We get a scooter and we scoot over to the place 2 hours later and we get two poke bowls.
Which were excellent. Look how amazing this looks.
Check it out. We're ready to eat.
Look at that.
Let's go. Very good quality. So that was my first favorite place, which is funny because we stayed at all these fancy resorts and hotels. And the second favorite place was in Moorea, a little food truck across from. We stayed at Cook's Bay and fish and chips there. Fish and chips were amazing. Big pieces of fish, lots of breading.
And then we got a poke bowl there as well, and it was delicious. Definitely a different flavor than the first food truck, but it was very, very good still.
I like the poke from the food truck better.
The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I love the food trucks, but for some reason that like platter of different poke tunas, for some reason that is really sticking out in my mind.
Different raw fishes. They had poke
so
tuna,
good.
They had some sashimi tuna, they had
tuna tartare on there.
They had some tuna tartare.
They had some other salted fish. Like it was a spread of just
with like this weird mustard sauce.
Yeah, but it like worked.
It worked. I can tell you the worst place for food was, I don't know, maybe Moana.
Definitely. That was like our first food experience in Tahiti, and we were so disappointed.
We just got off the airport. We got a taxi to the hotel. We checked in. An hour later, we go to have some dinner, and it was just
not good.
Bland.
Yeah.
Dessert. What was the best dessert? Maybe here?
Ooh, I don't know. I liked that little coconut thing in Bora Bora. Remember? The chocolate coconut
Yes,
shell.
yes.
That
so
was
in
probably
Bora Bora, for fine dining resorts, besides the native homemade food from the food trucks, that was the best food at a resort that we had. The white chocolate mousse with pineapple in a chocolate coconut shell with coconut shreds on the top and pieces of papaya seeds.
Oh yeah, it did have that. I forgot.
That was amazing. That was
so good.
That was my best dessert. The second best dessert was at the Hilton here, I guess, in Moorea. It's like marshmallows with caramel on a coffee ice cream.
You can't go wrong with like coffee flavored ice cream. At least for me, it's like one of my favorites. So that was an easy pick after a really tough dinner there, to be honest.
Just remember, it's like you're not going to get that very high-end quality of food even at the resorts here. It depends on what your food background is. I've been around to a lot of places. I've had Michelin star meals. I've had really good fine dining. I've had natural cultural food in a lot of places I've gone, and I just didn't get that feeling here.
I thought of this metaphor last night as I was laying in bed. So some people like football, right? And we like food the way some people like football. Like, if you're watching Pee Wee football, it's hardly recognizable that it's actually football, right? And that's like a low-end food place like McDonald's or something. But if you're watching the NFL, the Super Bowl, that's like the high-end Michelin star restaurants that we enjoy. So just to, I don't know, kind of make this relatable, that we love food and cuisine like some people like sports. So that's why we may have like a pretty hard opinion or view of different foods, is because we have spent a lot of time enjoying good quality food, and it's just something we like to do.
So
when we travel.
college football would be like the local cultural cuisine. A lot of people love it. They don't want to like spend the money to watch the pay-per-view of big sports or go to the Super Bowl. They want to watch the college with the kids coming up, and it's damn good, but it's not the best.
Yeah. So
I'm a big foodie, so I enjoy taking time whenever I book a trip to find places to eat. And this was the first trip that I did my best to look at some food places before we left. I just couldn't find any good food places to book.
we're gonna move on to the next segment.
Hotels.
Favorite places that we stayed. So I also want to take into account like amenities, the room, the bed, location, all the things. I'm gonna go first on this one. This one is actually really hard for me because I feel like I had two places that we stayed that were amazing. And that was the Pearl Resorts in Bora Bora and then the Hilton here in Moorea, which we are currently staying at. Two very different vibes, but I've liked each of them for their own unique things. In Bora Bora, we had a little bungalow that was like, I don't know, steps from the ocean, like right near the water. We had a little pool right in our backyard, a little tiki hut that we could hang out in. I loved the room. There was tons of natural light in that room, and it had these massive sliding glass doors that we like to have open, and it was nice. They had paddle boards, they had canoes, they had all kinds of stuff there that you could use. As soon as we got there, we actually went to a cooking class, which was fun. We ate a bunch of fresh made poke when we got there.
Great day.
Yeah, we literally showed up, and within 10 minutes we're making fish with this local next to the beach, a big bowl of fish. We got it free for taking the class, so that's on Saturdays at 11 a.m. here. Very much worth it.
Very much worth it.
You just gotta go, man. They take coconut, they shred the coconut, he puts it in a towel, squeezes the coconut all over the thing. The freshest, best meal I've had of anything here. Not my favorite place, because it wasn't a place, it was literally on the beach, it was an activity.
Yeah.
But that would probably be one of my top activities.
I think that was one of the most fresh meals we had. I don't know flavor-wise if it was my favorite flavors, but it was definitely the most fresh meal we had here.
Here's the deal, people.
Oh,
You
boy.
take a plane from Tahiti to Bora Bora, it's like 35 minutes. You get to Bora Bora, you walk straight into the airport, straight through the airport because it's so tiny. You have all the different resorts with like a little concierge table inviting you to the island. You get a little necklace with flowers, it smells awesome.
These beautiful smelling flowers.
And then they put you on a boat, which they don't tell you that later on it's $80 USD per person per way for the boat. So be prepared to pay a few $100s extra on your bill when you check out, not knowing
That
what was
was
coming.
deceiving. That was
But
deceiving.
the boats are super cool. They were solar energy efficient, environmental friendly boats. About a 20-minute ride from the airport over the Motu to the island. You get there, they greet you at the counter. They're very nice. They're very nice, very...
They gave us a shot of juice and a cold towel.
Yeah, cold towel that smelled like wonderful flowers. They got us checked in 2 hours early. You open the door, it's all beautifully laid out. There's flowers all over the bed, all over the room. There's this little coconut shell that has these amazing little coconut, local Tahitian vanilla and like shortbread cookies. There's only 2 of them. I wish they gave us more. And there was like a mini cooler with some beers, cokes, candy bar, and chips, all complimentary.
Yeah.
So they make you feel like you're at home for sure. They carry your bags, like you don't have to do anything. It's full service there.
Yeah, it is.
So that place was awesome. Just remember, when you go to any resort in Bora Bora, it's going to be very, very expensive. If you need water, if you need sunscreen, aloe vera, if you need to buy a towel there, any extra clothes,
It's so
food.
remote. It is extremely remote. And we felt very isolated because our hotel was on a separate island. It wasn't on the main Bora Bora island. And so we felt kind of stuck and isolated there. I would say that was one drawback of that hotel.
Yeah, definitely island locked. And you show up in, it's a decent sized little island, so you think, well, we can explore the whole island. But on both sides of the resort, there's private property. So you can't go anywhere. You have to stay in the resort. But for resort feel, it was probably the most beautiful resort I've been to.
They had a fitness center that we worked out in. They had a little outdoor walking area, like a walking path through the forest, which was really pretty.
Yep, they have a spa, any activities you want to do, but it's very limited for what you can do there. What's
Yeah.
your second favorite place?
So my second favorite place is where we are at now. So the Hilton in Moorea. We're just out on the water here, and it's so beautiful. This is our first time having an overwater bungalow, and so it has been so fun to have direct access to the water and be able to swim in that whenever we want. And yeah, we haven't had like much of a resort feel here. They still have a fitness center, they still have a spa, a couple restaurants, bars. They have different amenities here. We just haven't really done a whole lot of them. We've done lots of snorkeling in this lagoon, which has been just so nice and beautiful. We saw a stingray last night, which was really fun. Yeah, what do you think about this experience?
I'd say my top resort would be Bora Bora for like exuberance. Second top place, if it's a resort, would be here. Comfort, like I want to be able to sleep good. My favorite hotel has to be the Hilton in Tahiti. Had the most comfortable bed, the best sheets, the nicest pillow. It was newly renovated, so very nice inside. Beautiful wood finish, tile, stuff like that. Was actually pretty reasonable price for being out here in the islands. They have the biggest pool on Tahiti. They had a great fitness center.
Yeah, they did.
Great fitness center.
Favorite activity? For me, this is an easy one.
Hello. We have a 12 o'clock checkout. 12 o'clock.
Thank you.
Trying to boot us out early here.
My favorite activity was swimming with the sharks, the stingrays, the manta ray, the coral garden area, and that was all on Bora Bora. So we spent like 2.5 hours outside snorkeling, and we just had some of the most amazing interactions with fish and some black tip sharks and a manta ray and stingrays. It was just so cool. What was your favorite?
Yeah, so on this adventure, they come over to the resort, they pick you up on a boat. They're like, let's go, load in the boat, because they're moving, they're going to different islands, picking people up.
Well, and the wind was so bad.
Super windy. There was this huge storm coming in. Luckily, the storm was coming from this side, and we were going the opposite way.
Yeah.
So we pull out, we were the last people to get picked up, so we're driving out. We go to this beautiful water, all these different shades of blue. We go out this first area, there's a couple other boats. You get there, he parks the boat, you immediately see all these sharks swimming around and
Yeah.
all these tropical fish and stuff. So I jump in the water and I have like 50 to 100 of these yellow fish just surrounding me, circling me. And I put my head under the water and there's just all these sharks going by. The sharks are just swimming, stingrays, there's a few of them. Move on to another spot that's a deeper part of the ocean where the manta rays are. And there was 3 of them, but they got scared so they left. And one of the manta rays came back. It was huge, but it had a little messed up flap because it got attacked by one of the sharks.
Yeah, tiger shark?
Yeah, a tiger shark out in the bay. So you have the Motu, and there's this big coral reef around the area. Right off of that, it drops down. That's where some of the bigger sharks are. I believe he said, the guy who did the tour, that they own the rights to the coral garden we went to.
Yeah.
So we go
No
to this.
other tour went there.
No
It was
other tour
just
went
us.
there.
Yeah.
And like just miles and miles of coral. All sorts of different colored coral. Clams and animals and fish and sea crustaceans, different seaweeds and stuff. Just beautiful. Yeah, about a 2.5 hour, then he brings you back. Very choppy on the way back. We're just smashing the whole time. But besides that, for activities, that was obviously my number one. That's what we wanted to do out here if we were going to do an activity. Number 2 was Belvedere.
Belvedere.
We
yeah.
took a scooter about,
Yes.
I don't know, 15 miles around Moorea up into these mountains. And there's these huge rainforest mountains, huge rocks with trees on them, just beautiful. We're just going like 2 miles an hour up this 20% grade hill on the scooter. But incredible views. So you got to do that.
I think my second favorite was just riding the scooters around. It was so much fun.
In
We
the
had a
chaos in
blast.
Tahiti, it's like there's all these scooters, all these vehicles weaving in and out of the road, just honking and going in, going out. It's just hilarious.
Just chaos, but so much fun.
But if you come to Moorea, rent a scooter just because the beauty you can feel and smell and see as you're out there on the scooter is awesome. We saw cows and beautiful horses in these pastures near these pineapple farms, juice and jam little farm
Factory,
hut.
yeah.
We got this huge
Sand.
coconut
Yes.
for like, I don't know, $7 or $8.
Yeah.
Really
Most
good.
delicious coconut water ever.
So as for activities, like there's unlimited stuff you can do on the sea, right? You can go sailing, catamarans, you can do a boat, windsurfing, kite surfing, wakeboarding. I mean, you can go parasailing, you can go jet skiing, you can go kayaking, snorkeling, you can go scuba diving. Like there's a ton of stuff on the water, but we did pay the price pretty heavily for the sharks. We didn't have any sunscreen, and it's deceiving here because it cannot be sunny. It can be really cloudy, but you can still get burned. So we got absolutely fried. Probably our worst sunburns of our life on our backs. Took us about 4-5 days now to recover. That was back on last Sunday, and it's Saturday. So 5 full days to recover. But definitely worth it, so just make sure to bring sunscreen. Yes, we have checkout at 12. Yes. Thank you.
okay.
They just really want to kick us out of here.
They really want us to leave. What I was going to say is I think we would have done more water activities had we not been so sunburned on last Sunday. I think we would have done a lot more.
We literally spent like 3 full days after that just inside avoiding the sun.
Yeah.
Because it
bad.
was like, I would go outside even with full clothes on, hats, sunglasses, and I would still feel it burning my skin from the heat of the sun and the heat coming off my back.
Yeah. So wear your sunscreen.
Next thing, be aware of transportation. The number one way to get around if you don't rent a car is renting a taxi. We didn't really find it that we needed to rent a car, especially if you're going to different islands. You can't bring your car to Bora Bora.
Right.
You can't rent anything in Bora Bora. It's all by boat and by plane. So you get around Tahiti by scooter, a rental car, a shuttle if your hotel has it, or a taxi. And then Moorea, you take the ferry out here. You can bring a car, bike. I don't think you can bring a scooter. Maybe. I don't know. But they have scooters here, rental cars. You can bike around the island, but it is more expensive to use a taxi out here in Moorea. A lot more expensive.
Yeah, that's something to be aware of.
I came to this with pretty low expectations, to be honest. Explore the islands. You know, take it for what it is. Like, to me, I get really a Hawaii feel, but then you don't have the luxuries of Hawaii while you're here. I would not be able to stay at any of these resorts probably for more than 3 days.
I'm really glad that we decided to island hop and spend a couple days on each island, because I feel like that really broke up the trip. The way we booked this trip worked really well for us, and the way we like to travel. It was just enough time to experience the places we went, but not get sick of it.
But if I was going to tell anyone to come here and do this, I would say probably do 3 days on each island. So 3 days Tahiti, 3 days Bora Bora, 3 days Moorea. Because even though it is the same island chains and the same culture, there's a lot of differences throughout all those islands. So you're going to get that really high-end resort feel, the beautiful waters in Bora Bora. You're going to get more of like that rainforest, you know, tropical feel when you're in Moorea. And then Tahiti's kind of like, I didn't really care to spend time in Tahiti.
Anything else you would like to add?
Post comments down below. Let us know what you want us to answer. If you have any questions, love exploring other places. This is incredible beauty, once in a lifetime thing. Coming Moorea, Tahiti, Bora Bora. Bucket list item for many people, but.
All right, you guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, like Brock said, put those in the comments below. And we'd love to hear from you, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye.